Have you ever considered that the chat GPT you use every day might actually be on a countdown to extinction?
It's not an exaggeration. Wall Street veteran George Noble just issued a red alert, claiming OpenAI isn't just burning cash, it's falling apart in real time.
We're talking about a burn rate of $15 million every single day. Even Michael Burry, the Big Short legend, is watching this closely. Is this the greatest tech breakthrough in history, or the biggest financial bubble we've ever seen?
Today, Gossip Boys is breaking down the dark secrets hidden in OpenAI's ledgers. We'll show you why Google and Elon Musk are just waiting for them to collapse. Stick around, the truth is much more brutal than you think. Before we dive into the data, you don't have to subscribe, but we'd love to hear your voice. We truly value your insights. Do you believe you can actually out-turn the AI boom? Or is it just a trap for retail investors? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk strategy.
Yo, welcome to Gossip Boys. Everyone's seen the flashy product launches, but behind the scenes on Wall Street, there's a sense of dread. Legendary investor George Noble recently dropped a bombshell, saying OpenAI is falling apart in real time. Most people think he's crazy. We're talking about a company valued at billions, but you've seen the internal data. What's the real story?
The numbers don't lie, and that's why Michael Burry is eyeing this bubble. OpenAI is facing what I call the death quartet. First, the cost crisis. Running a model like Sora can cost over $15 million a day. By 2025, they're projected to make $20 billion, but they need to spend $1.4 trillion on data centers. This isn't R&D, it's a suicide marathon. Second, the talent exodus. Everyone from chief scientist Ilya Sutskever to CTO Mira Murati has bailed. When the core brain trust leaves, it's usually because they've lost faith in the finances. Throw in endless copyright lawsuits, and you see why Noble says they're collapsing. Their cash blood is draining faster than they can pump it back in.
It sounds like Lehman Brothers in 2008 all over again. But here's my question. If AI is such a money pit, why do Google and Tesla look so relaxed? Google's Gemini is catching up fast, and Elon Musk is pledging billions. Why aren't they worried about burning out?
It comes down to what we call the health bar. In gaming, their reserves are just deeper. Look at Google. They aren't worried because, one, they have their own TPU chips. OpenAI has to beg NVIDIA for chips at premium prices. Google builds their own for half the cost. Two, the data moat. Google owns YouTube, Gmail, and search the cleanest, largest proprietary datasets on Earth. They don't have to worry about being sued for copyright because they own the library. Then you have Tesla and Elon Musk. This is where Elon is a genius. He bakes the AI R&D cost directly into the price of the cars. Tesla owners are literally subsidizing his AI research. Plus, he uses accounting magic, stretching out the depreciation of his chips to make the losses look tiny on paper. For the giants, AI is a supplement to make their existing business better. For OpenAI, AI is the other life support. One is a trust fund kid playing with a startup. The other is a student on a high-interest loan betting his life. That's the difference.
So, if that life support gets cut, does that mean the AI era is over? Are we going back to the Stone Age where we have to write our own emails and code again?
Quite the opposite. This is the most interesting part. The leader can fall, but the technology only moves faster. This is a decentralization process. Michael Burry's logic is that this crisis specifically hits pure AI plays, companies that have nothing but AI. But OpenAI has already opened Pandora's box. Even if they go bankrupt, their algorithms, architectures, and talent will instantly flood into Google, Meta, and Amazon. When the dot-com bubble burst in 2000, did the internet disappear? No, it just cleared the way for Facebook and Google. If OpenAI falls, the entry fee for this game just gets higher. Only the trillion-dollar titans with their own chips and cash flow will be left. It's not the end, it's the beginning of the great harvest.
If the tech is that valuable, the big players won't just let it vanish. You mentioned Elon, he's a co-founder. Even if they're fighting now, would he ever come back to save the day? And if not him, who picks up the pieces?
The chance of Elon coming back is basically zero. He's busy suing them for betraying their mission, and he has his own XAI now. He'd rather watch OpenAI crumble so he can poach their engineers for pennies on the dollar. The real white knight is Microsoft. They've already sunk billions into this, and OpenAI's tech is baked into every Microsoft product. If OpenAI fails, Microsoft won't save them, they'll swallow them. They'll do an asset acquisition and fold the team into Azure. Amazon is also waiting with a $50 billion check. This isn't a crash, it's a corporate chop shop in the making. Whoever gets the scraps wins the next decade.
The reality behind the scenes is far more brutal than any PR video. Knowing that a giant like OpenAI is bleeding cash and facing a potential collapse, it's a wake-up call. For the average person holding tech stocks or using these AI tools, how do we protect our wealth if this tech Lehman moment actually happens?
The survival logic is simple. Move away from the hype and return to hard assets. First, you need to be extremely wary of companies that have a grand vision but zero cash flow. If the leader of the pack, OpenAI, is struggling for survival, it means the era of burning cash for growth is over. We are entering the great shakeout. Instead of gambling on which software startup survives, look at the infrastructure that powers them, things like electricity, power grids, and cooling systems. These are the real shovels in this gold rush.
So, focus on what's tangible. But I've noticed something interesting in the market recently. As the cracks in OpenAI's balance sheet start to show, investors aren't just moving to infrastructure, they're flocking to something far more traditional: gold.
Exactly. And that's what I want to dive deep into in our next episode. People think AI is purely digital, but it's triggering a massive crisis of trust in the financial system. When the world's most advanced tech companies run out of money, it forces capital to run toward the ultimate safe haven. I'm predicting this. The bursting of the AI bubble will be the single biggest fuel for gold prices to hit historic, unthinkable highs.
AI's downfall leading to a gold moonshot? That is a power game we need to talk about. If you want to track the truth behind the tech hype with us, make sure to like and subscribe to Gossip Boys.
Hit that notification bell. Our next episode on the AI gold connection contains wealth secrets you can't afford to miss. See you then.